Hello everyone, this is Narcary here today. I am very lucky today to have a very exciting guest on my channel, and her name is Aurora. She is a crew member of Soulbound Studios, who are currently making a great MMORPG called Chronicles of Elyria. So please have a warm welcome for Aurora. Say hello here, Aurora.
Hi, glad to be here.
We're very lucky to have you, and thank you again for agreeing to do this with us today.
Not a problem. Glad to be here. This is my first one-on-one live stream, so be gentle.
I will try. This is very exciting for us as well. So let's start out with some questions, and for everyone in the chat today with us, be sure feel free to ask any questions in chat, and we'll try to get those asked to her during this short little interview session. Okay, let's start off, Aurora. Can you first tell us a little bit about Soulbound Studios?
So I just started at Soulbound Studios. This is my third weekend. Before that, I had about a 3-month internship with them as their communications intern, and I just kind of did stuff for outreach. So looked for YouTube channels like yourself to outreach and get them interested in hearing about Chronicles of Elyria.
Is that your main job here? Is the outreach coordinator? You want to
yes,
tell
that
us
is
a little
my
bit
main job.
about that?
Yes, that is my main job. I am outreach coordinator. So right now we're specifically working on the Chronicles of Elyria, and so I look to basically expand the community from the great community that we already have and look for people outside of that and bring them in and grow the community.
That sounds like a lovely job. I'm sure many of us were wishing we could take your job.
Yes, it's definitely been fun, and then I have like other projects that I do along with them, like the shirt project that I've been involved with. A few of you on IRC have been involved with things like that.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this shirts?
Oh yes, so I've been trying to get together using the wonderful designs of our art designer, with the characters and just kind of like the logo, and kind of using your feedback to figure out what shirts are going to be the best. So we did some things with colors, characters, and the logo, and just kind of produce the best shirts that we think you guys are going to like.
Okay. Is there anything else currently that you could maybe tell us that we can be expecting announcement-wise from Soulbound Studios for regarding Chronicles of Elyria?
Well, I know there is big information about Kickstarter. As far as I know, I'm only allowed to say that it will be coming out in the spring. The actual start date is not currently being released. I've been told that maybe in the next week or two, we might have a set date to tell people.
What kind of things do you see yourself doing as we get further along in the development of Chronicles of Elyria?
Getting involved a lot with outreach. I will be doing a lot with the Kickstarter campaign, looking for backers and basically trying to get the funding that we will eventually use to put out Chronicles of Elyria and make it so the developers, as many developers as possible, and so we can have all the information that everyone's so itching to get, like when is it going to be released, like all the information. That pretty much all depends on the success of our Kickstarter.
All right. So I'm going to ask a few questions about yourself, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Do you consider yourself a gamer?
Yes, I consider myself a casual gamer. I wouldn't say I've played a lot of games, but over the years I've kind of like grown up with gaming in the background, whether it be video games, computer games, board games, all the games. But I consider myself a casual gamer.
Alright. Do you plan on playing Chronicles of Elyria yourself? And Victoria Rachel actually asked in chat if what excites you the most about Chronicles of Elyria?
I am definitely looking forward to playing Chronicles of Elyria. I will most definitely be playing. The thing I'm probably the most looking forward to is the experience with building. Like the games I've liked in the past, like it's been like Sim City and like Sims and like RuneScape and Roller Coaster Tycoon. So all like these building games where I kind of get to like build things my own way, those are what I'm very interested in. So Chronicles of Elyria obviously has this big aspect of building and creating things your own way, and that is definitely what I'm the most looking forward to.
So we might have a famous architect somewhere in Chronicles of Elyria named Aurora.
Maybe.
All right. I have another question here by Bicycle Walrus. This is a serious question, but you would like an answer. Would Soulbound Studios be willing to have a bicycle riding walrus as a story director?
As a story director, well, I don't know, Bicycle Walrus. You always try to get in these questions. I'm not so sure. That might be a question for Caspian.
Can you tell us a little bit of what kind of person they are looking for as story director, since we do know they are currently looking for one?
I'm not exactly sure. That is more of like the human resource aspect. So that's more of internally.
Okay.
I wouldn't know exactly what they're looking for, but I know that if they're looking, they're probably going to find someone who's very well compatible to Chronicles of Elyria and what we're trying to do.
All right. Let's see. Is there any other projects other than the shirts and Kickstarter coming up? Can you tell us maybe a little bit about how you plan? Will you be for the PAX event there?
As of right now, the Kickstarter and the shirts are my top priority, and then further outreach, some like magazines coverage, or trying to get other people interviewed or to do expos on Chronicles of Elyria in like blogs or things like that. What was the second part of your question again?
Will you be a part of the group that is going to PAX?
I believe so. I'm fairly certain, but I would hope so.
Okay, we have some more questions in chat. I'll try to throw your way. We have I'm sorry if I'm butchering this name in chat. Gusto. They wish to know the situation of your character, knowing if you are at risk giving simple orders. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused about this question they're asking.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to get at.
If you could further clarify your question, Augusto, we'll try to have it asked here. But we have another question from Victoria Rachel. She wishes to know who's the funniest in the team and who's the scariest. Could you tell us a bit about your fellow crew members?
Ooh, that is a good question. Funniest? It might be Caspian. I don't know. We like to have little pun battles with each other, so it's very punny sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
As for scared of, I might say Sozu. I'd be interested to see who would win in a sword fight.
Oh, the scary Sozu. Do you have any stories you can share about the crew?
About the crew? I mean, I'm not currently with the crew. I'm in a different time zone, so I have only been with part of the crew a couple months back, and I don't know if there are any stories. I just know that they're great people, and what they're trying to do with Chronicles of Elyria it's really just amazing when I hear them talk about it.
Okay. Here is a further clarified question. Okay. Augusto is wondering if there will be some kind of mobile phone app for the game, and if we'll be able to check in on our characters through that.
Good question. I have no answer, unfortunately.
Right.
That might be something further. I have no idea what Caspian might be thinking. As of right now, we're only focusing on getting the game out.
Right.
Everything further, decision-wise, no idea.
Okay. Maybe we can just throw in that hint for Caspian next time we talk to him.
Yes, grill him, not me.
Hal Phoenix wants to know if in any way is Caspian the scariest.
No, Caspian's not the scariest. Sozu is the scariest.
Oh, he's the funniest to Hal. Okay, I understand now why he's saying. We also have another question here from Claudia. They wish to know, do we have any plans for the non-English speakers in the community?
In terms of what? Of like community like within the site or with outreach?
I'm currently not too sure. This is exactly what he said. I would ask if you are referring to not English speakers communities. Do you have any plans for them?
Not sure I necessarily understand the full question, but if they're talking about in terms of outreach to non-English speakers, I guess that would be something I'd have to coordinate or work with to see if that's something we would be able to do communication-wise.
Okay. Yes, it seems many of us are mispronouncing Sozu's names. I guess Japanese is not our forte. I believe that is a Japanese name.
Wait, so we're saying it wrong?
I'm not entirely sure. I guess I will have to ask for some clarification for later, but the chat says we are pronouncing it wrong.
I'm sorry.
We will correct this in the future, but for now we will butcher his name, sadly.
See, now he does have a reason to be the scariest.
He's just like, everyone's mispronouncing my name, why? Okay.
Well, he'll have to forgive me.
Any more questions for the questions for the chat other than telling us how badly we are mispronouncing names? I see just continuing of us mispronouncing it, but anyways.
I think it's Sozo.
Sozo, okay.
Is that right?
I believe
right?
That's how people are telling us in chat, so hopefully we can pronounce it correctly for the rest of it if we are talking about him.
Well, I'm sorry, Sozo.
Is there anything else you can tell us about the other crew members, like Tripnol, and I know you said you haven't got to be with them because of the different time zones, but anything else?
I've actually not got to meet Tripnol in person, but I hear good things.
That's good.
That's good. Apparently we have to have a sword fight to see who is going to win, so that should be interesting.
Yes, you'll definitely need to tell us more about these sword fights. Who has the most winning streak for sword fights so far? I believe that was Caspian.
I'm not sure, but there will be a time where I come in to visit, and there will be multiple sword fights, and there will be a champion.
Well, hopefully that will be Aurora.
I sure hope so.
Bicycle Walrus wishes to know if there will be bicycles and or walruses in the game.
I don't know. I mean, bicycle-wise, I guess that's up to the maker if that's something you want to make. I think the way the technology is formed in the game, it's kind of a make it yourself. If you can make it, you can do it. As for walruses, I don't know. That might be a question for Caspian as well. And whether or not you can have a bicycle walrus, that's an entirely different question.
I guess it'll just be a part of Fennec Academy, my own guild in Chronicles of Elyria, to make that bicycle for him. But, well, we don't know about walruses. I guess we'll have to send out some expeditions to find some walruses for him.
Yes, maybe it will be its own journey.
Okay, so we have another question from Miguel asking, what are you most excited about for the upcoming months?
I will definitely be most excited for when the Kickstarter is up, and then that's really when my main work is going to be is trying to get the Kickstarter to be the most successful it can be, because that's really how the game is going to truly get into full development, and everything that we've been talking about is going to start to come to life, and then the Chronicles of Elyria will become a reality.
All right. Can you maybe give us a little hint of what we can expect from the Kickstarter, or is it all pretty hush-hush?
It's very hush-hush and still in the works.
All right. So hopefully everyone who is a fan of Chronicles of Elyria, just keep out on the website. Hopefully we'll get that announcement in the coming week or two.
Yes, hopefully. I'll have a talk with Caspian and see if we can lock down either a date of when we'll be announcing it or an actual announcement.
Alright. Is there anything else you wish to share with us, Aura?
I Can't think of anything. Well, it's definitely been fun. I was definitely more nervous coming onto this starting.
All right. Can you maybe tell us about how you plan on having the community grow together through this? Any community events we can look forward to?
Within the community, that's going to be more of the community manager. I'm more of the outreach, so I'll be looking to grow the community. As for whether or not I'll be coordinating with the community manager to perhaps put on things like events like that, that might be something to future to discuss.
All right. Well, we have a similar question from Bicycle Walrus asking, how do you plan on marketing the Kickstarter, and do you have any plans to look for the community for help?
I'll probably most definitely be looking to the community for help. The marketing of the Kickstarter is kind of going to depend mostly on the way it's structured and the way it's all formatted and how it's going to work and how we want to separate the tiers of the backers. And yeah, once we know the foundation for the Kickstarter, that'll probably most influence how we're going to want to market it.
All right. Now we're going to start asking you some questions now. We have quite a few questions that people are asking about yourself, like what's your favorite color, favorite animal?
Favorite color would probably have to be almost any shade of blue. I'm a blue fan, which is weird because I graduated from Michigan State, so it really technically should be green. Let's just say teal. It's a shade of both.
Good color.
As for favorite animal,
probably
would have to say red panda.
Oh, red panda. Those are cute too.
They look like foxes.
Yes, that's true.
They're adorable. They're like red, orange foxes with like raccoon features.
We can be distant cousins. Okay, Victoria Rachel wishes to know what your favorite beverage is.
My favorite beverage? Honestly, I'm still very much a child at heart, so I'm going to have to go with Shirley Temple.
Oh, wow.
Those are solid.
Just from previous reasons, I'm going to ask, would you choose cheese or cabbage?
Cheese, definitely cheese. I love cheese. Cheese is good.
Do you have a favorite cheese?
I am probably a sharp cheddar girl or a Munster. I always pronounce that wrong. People say it differently. Sharp cheddar or a Munster cheese girl.
It's okay. We're pronouncing everything here on my channel, so
there are
future
no
reference,
rules.
Narkari and Aurora cannot pronounce anything.
Yes. We have no rules. We speak our own language.
Yeah, we're twins, didn't you know? Okay. What else can we start here? Are you a cat or a dog lover? If you might be able to tell, I have some cats in the background, so I am a cat
no,
lover.
I cannot tell. But I am definitely both. I grew up, I had 2 dogs growing up, but I always wanted a cat, and that might be something when I moved that I probably am going to do. I will probably have lots of animals growing up.
Let's ask some more questions about games. Do you have a favorite game base? I know you were talking a bit about Sims, and would you prefer the building type games?
Yes, definitely prefer the building type games. I still play Sims. I'm on League of Legends. Caspian got me on League of Legends a little while ago to kind of get more immersed into the MMORPG world.
All right. We'll have to join you on some games.
I don't know. I'm still kind of new, so I kind of got that noob feel to me.
And just real quick, I'm going to comment on something that was in chat. Yes, Hal, I almost mispronounced my name because everyone pronounces my name as Narkari, but I pronounce my name as Narkari. So I'm starting to get now confused myself on just how to pronounce my name.
Narkari, is that right?
Yes, Narkari is how I pronounce it.
Okay, at least we know our own names.
Okay.
I also see Hal Phoenix. It says Cheese Girl. Yes, I'm Cheese Girl apparently. I'm cheesy. What can I say?
And Bicycle Warlords comments that League of Legends is not MMORPG.
Sorry, I'm just on League of Legends, but they wanted me to get more immersed in the game world.
It's okay. We'll work on our gaming skills together. I've played a little bit of League of Legends myself, but I'm not that far in it myself as well.
Yes. I mean, if anyone in the chat wants to shout out some games for me to try, I am fully ready to jump in and try some new games if you want to throw out some suggestions.
Maybe in the future we can get a little video of all the crew members playing a game together. I know Caspian is a very big League of Legends fan, so maybe we can get a chance to stream that if we're lucky.
Maybe. I'll have to ask.
Okay, if there are no more questions in the chat right now, we are going to end here soon. So, is there anything you would like to say before we cut off here, Aurora?
I think I've been good with questions. If like anyone else has more questions, I'm in IRC a lot and in the community forums. I have my bio post. If you comment on there, I definitely comment and you can talk to me. I'm around.
Yeah, feel free to put a few more games if we can try and get Aurora into a few more games here, but we will be ending here. So, thank you everyone for watching my channel. My name is Narcary. It has been a great pleasure to do this interview with Aurora, and thank you so much for trying this out with me.
Thank you, Narcary.
Everyone, you have a great day, and thank you again.
Okay. See ya.
We're signing off. See you guys later.